first time for me.
Second time for me, kind of.
Kind of.
First time where I could actually enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we got to go to the Rockfest.
Rockfest,
yes.
In lovely Cadott.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I say that half jokingly, but it was actually really nice.
No,
and the people
nice
were very cool.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, the place where COVID didn't happen.
I
sorry,
laugh, but yeah.
But it's kind of true, though.
Yeah. Wisconsin's funny about COVID and masks. Yeah, Wisconsin does not like masks.
Yeah, they don't seem to have any sort of... But it's kind of like, just drink enough alcohol.
Drink enough beer. It'll
fine.
wash it through your body. Yeah.
But did Rockfest. Did the full 3-day pass, so we got to go the Wednesday night, and I will link it's a series. I'll link the series of Rockfest videos to this if you want, just because I don't want to spend the time here to go through everything.
No.
But
we learned an important lesson though, is that we have to do smaller videos each day after. Even though you're freaking exhausted after a day of Rockfest, but we are doing the glamping this year.
We are doing the glamping this year, so we will have on-site accommodations.
Yes.
So hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier.
Yes. So that'll be should be better. But we have to do each day, not at the, because I mean it's hard sometimes just to remember a show.
Well, what I'm thinking is if we can, I don't know if that'd work. It'd work easier if we were just doing main stage stuff, because then after each band we could do a short initial review. But that's going to happen because we have 4 side stages to worry about.
Yeah.
Probably a nightly or at very least the next morning.
Yeah.
Kind of short little.
But you do have to remind me though, because I did think that maybe I should bring a little notebook.
Absolutely.
Write down
we will bring notebooks
to have.
We will jot down.
To jot down stuff.
Especially for bands that we have not seen before, for sure. And I mean, there were a few that we walked away. Really.
Via.
Like the Aeon, Half-Heard Voices. These are all side stage bands that were just fucking cool.
Well, Ian was on the. They were on the stage,
they opened
early.
They opened
one of the days.
Friday, I think.
Yeah, Friday
or Saturday.
Yeah, but they were on the big stage.
Yeah, they were on the big stage. As was Plague of Stars. They opened one of the days, which was awesome.
That was so cool. That was cool. That's so neat when you see people that you know up on the big stage like that. Oh my gosh,
very cool. Oh, and Joe's band too. Whose name?
Sweet Addiction.
Sweet Addiction.
Yeah.
They opened. They must have opened Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That was cool. That was
very cool. Because I don't think I'd seen Joe perform.
Yeah.
He's the sound guy at Route 47.
Yeah.
And I knew he was a musician, a singer, but I'd never seen him perform. His first time on the big, Rockfest stage was awesome.
That was fun. That was fun.
So we'll do it again this year.
We learned some things, some lessons. Yes. We did manage to stay very well hydrated, though.
Yes, that was good. That was very good.
And not too alcohol, because I've had problems being extra alcohol and not hydrated enough. So, but I'm very glad if you don't want a hangover anywhere, you definitely don't want a hangover at Rockfest.
No.
Especially if you're a music fiend like me. I don't want to be missing music because I'm hungover. I would be mad at myself.
Even hungover, I would fight through it.
Drag myself there, but I might need a barf bucket next to me, which I don't think they would.
Well, I'm sure
anybody would be very. I don't think our neighbors would be very happy about that. But they didn't show up for a lot of the days.
They missed. Yeah, they missed.
And they were there for.
They were there for certain bands.
Big
obviously.
time bands. Trying to think. Mudvayne.
Mudvayne. They were definitely there for Mudvayne.
They said they specifically, especially, were there for Mudvayne.
Who were awesome.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that's another band that I not been somehow managed to see yet.
Well, I hadn't seen them either.
Oh.
Because they only two. I mean, they.
And I forgot how many Mudvayne songs that I know.
That you know, yeah.
And how many that are awesome. Yeah, that was good. That was really awesome. Mm.
Yeah, and so far, the only headliner we know, I'm assuming they're going to be a headliner, is Pantera.
But anyways, yeah. So but anyways, a Pantera, however it may be, was going to be there.
But I knew as soon as they announced that this reunion was happening, like in my head, I'm like, okay, how much you want to bet they're going to be headlining one of the nights at Rockfest?
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to sell out anyway. We know that.
Yeah.
But this will probably, if they haven't sold out already, as soon as they made that announcement, I'm sure it's sold out by now.
Well, we already got our seats because we had to buy them.
We had
to buy them last year.
We got our tickets. We got our seats. Our chairs. We got the camping set up. Almost paid off. I'll take care of that in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, that's right.
And and then got our parking passes.
You did get the parking pass already?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, I ordered.
Oh, yeah.
It'll come. Right. It'll come with the tickets and everything.
All right.
So yeah, we will be all set. All we got to do is show up.
Woohoo! All right. Not gonna bet that I don't drink anything with that. So, yeah.
Anyway, so that takes care of June and July.
Yeah, June and July, yes, and then August we're on to. I remember that.
August,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
August 12th at the Caboose. This was another Cobb show. Again, Casterviller opened and didn't get cut short.
Yeah.
Though their dollar
gun.
Money gun. I've never seen that work. They've used it. I've seen them use it 3-4 times. It's never worked properly.
Oh wow. Maybe it's part of their
But they
show
still
now.
try, you know.
Yeah.
And
perseverance.
Again, if you've never seen Gaster, picture all the best things about the 80s glam scene. It's and
so good.
Throw in a little bit of theatrics in there as well.
Moderate bit.
But
it's good. It's all good. It's really good.
But it's good.
I love it. Yes. Yeah. And then I remember looking around and with biker groups, the biker presence of people there that were there for Black Leather Middle Finger, and it was like, oh my God, they were loving that song.
Oh yeah, that's
their song. That's their anthem.
Yeah.
And but my gosh, I just love watching. They're another band I love every single time watching them perform. Just like it's just so good. Just like so much like. I like the theatrics, and I love the outfits and the Steven riding on Alex's shoulders and like just the everything. It's just badass. I just love it. It's so good. And then I was excited to see Gravesig finally because I know I'm ahead of us. Okay,
we'll get there.
All right. I have to behave.
So Castor opened, and the next band up was a band called Wolf Mask. TVs.
That was my first time seeing them.
First time seeing them, but you missed most of their set.
I'm sorry. I was out schmoozing.
Schmoozing with Shanti.
Shanti and photographer guy. I can't remember his name right now. Our guy. Bud. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know his name. I can't think. But yeah, Bud and Shanti. And I had to do a little schmoozing. I know I do feel bad. I did miss a good bit of their set. So
yeah. But they're another... like Casket, they're like horror influenced and pop culture influenced, but instead of death metal, it's like hardcore punk. And I don't even know if you call it hardcore punk. I don't know what you would call it, but it's literally to be short songs, just blasts of just good stuff.
I did notice that was short songs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they joked that they had 20-minute set and they were going to play like 15 songs or something.
I think because then we talked to them before their set, and I think I thought that was a joke. And then when I walked in, and I was like, "Oh, song's done, and I was like, "Oh my God, they were not joking." Because I had never seen them before.
Yeah,
I remember talking to them.
Yeah, we talked to David afterwards, the bass player and singer, David Mutter. Good guy, really cool guy. Very much. Every single one of their songs, I think every single one of the songs starts with some sort of movie sample, and they're kind of littered with throughout, and that's how they do their set. But yeah, it's. I don't think they have a song longer than 2 minutes 15 seconds, maybe. Like really short, punchy.
Time I got the feel for each song, I'm like, oh, done.
Oh, it's done.
Oh,
Oh, another one. Oh, it's done. Yeah, they're like I've described other bands. They're like a really good punch in the face. Like they just come out and do their thing, and then they're gone. And then Cobb. So our second time seeing Cobb.
Yeah.
In a slightly different environment, but same effects.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
still
really,
just
really good.
Yeah.
And then Gravesig, who is a Misfits tribute. And they get their name, which took me forever to put together, because they do, again, I don't know the history of the Misfits, but they do Michael Graves and Len Danzig era.
Oh.
So put the two together and get Gravesig. And they're just fun to watch.
That was a good. They were good.
Because again, kind of theatrical. They had the Fiend, I think, is the mascot's.
Oh yeah.
Or Misfits mascot. And they had a guy in a Fiend mask and a rope kind of running around.
That's right.
Doing his thing. And I think they had other. I mean, I know they had the stage decorated with
and they had like
skeletons
movie,
and stuff.
they had like movie scenes
and then,
kind of stuff too.
Yeah, they had some samples and whatnot.
Right.
So
that was.
Yeah, that was just fun.
That's been on my list for a while, because I know I have a friend that's in that band, Jeremy Sauls.
Oh yeah.
I mean, other than just like slight Facebook stalking. But,
as you do.
As I do. But yeah, so I hadn't seen that band before, so I was excited for that. That was good.
That was
oh
a
my
really
gosh,
good show.
that was good.
And plus, that was Alex Castor's birthday.
Yeah,
so we got to do birthday shots with him. And
birthday shots.
Yeah.
What did we do for birthday shot? Oh, Patron. That was Patron. Yeah, which he knows when I'm like, hey, that's right, and then he's like, oh no, she's gonna make me drink Patron again. That or Jaeger. But
well, and that was a case of, I think I was talking to Alex and we were trying to round up people.
Yeah.
And you just went to the bar and came back with shots.
Yeah, because it was time.
Because we were taking too long or something.
Yeah, you were taking too long.
And of course, like the last couple times I've done Patron shots with them, because I'm not a big tequila guy. Both him and Steven, both Alex and Steven, I'm like, I must really love you because I hate fucking Patron, and I'll do a shot for you for your birthday.
Yeah. August 20th now.
August 20th.
Oh, yeah.
We checked back at Route 47 for the 10th time this year.
Yeah.
We checked off a big one on her list.
My list. Near, very top of my list, probably.
And one that I had on my list, but not as... Priority.
Yeah.
And that, of course, is Devil's Rejects, which is a Rob Zombie tribute, and they do some White Zombie.
Yeah. But
because they're pretty much one the same.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I suppose you could have just a White Zombie tribute.
You could.
And I'm sure there are somewhere. But this way you get to do all the cool solo stuff and all that. And opening that one was Hellion, who we talked about briefly earlier, who was a Priest tribute. And this is my second Priest tribute that I saw, because I've seen
Maiden. No.
Electric Eye.
Ah, okay.
So I'd seen them years ago, and I was impressed with them. And I was equally impressed with Hellion.
Yeah.
Especially dude's vocals. I mean, he fucking nailed it.
Yeah. He's so good.
Yeah.
Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he does a lot of the Mad Mike's shows.
Yeah, he's a regular there too.
He's there quite often.
Yeah.
So I do like watching him, listening to him. He puts on a good show. Good, great vocals. Holy cow.
Yeah. Plus, he wears a kilt on stage.
Which
you can't argue with.
Yeah.
Never argue with the man in the kilt. But yeah.
It's with my voice now. But yeah, that was a good show. That was a really freaking good show.
Hellion opened up, then Devil's Rejects, who I liked some White Zombie stuff. I was never a huge fan of Rob Solo stuff going in. Mm-hmm. I have to reconsider that now because I would be the one who would make the joke of, Rob Zombie only has one sound and one tempo, and all songs sound the same. Now I know that not to be true.
No. Yeah.
And I should have known that a little bit because Rob Zombie did play Rockfest in 2021, so I did watch his set. But I was so he closed Saturday, I believe. I think it was him and Korn that closed Saturday. So by that time, I was so fucking exhausted that I just couldn't comprehend things. But I remember his visual show being really, really cool. And these guys, as much as they could do on the Route 47 stage, they had the four panels with the horror characters, and as we pointed out in the review, and we're assuming this is intentional, how they had the not the pupil but the iris cut out on one of them, so when the light came through, it looked like his eyes were glowing, cool. Which was just cool. Little cheap little tricks like that are just.
And of course, the Castor Boys were there for that show. Of
course they were.
So that was awesome to have some mutual.
Hell, Tank was even there for that one.
Yeah, that's right. Holy cow! Yeah.
Which surprised the hell out of me because I wouldn't put him as a zombie fan, but apparently, more power to you.
And it did sick bubblegum. I was not expecting that. I do really like that whole album. I can't remember which album that was now. I think
one of the ones with the
electric
titles that are this long.
Yeah, it's one Electric Warhead and the whatever. Yeah. I don't know. But anyways, that Mars, and I think did they do Mars Needs Women too? I think they did.
I thought they did, yeah.
Oh man. That's one of my favorite albums actually too, believe it or not. Because like you said, it's not one sound. Like you listen to some of his other stuff and it's like, holy crap. But
I mean, it's distinct. Like you never, if you hear it, you know it's him. But it's a lot more varied than I thought it was.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, if you only hear the singles, you would think that. Because all of his singles kind of sound the same.
Yeah, true. Because that's what they will play on the radio.
Right. But if you go deeper in the album cuts, that's when you get the variety. So I have to do some deep dive on Mr. Zombie because I've always liked him. Any interview I've seen with him, he just seems like such a fucking cool guy.
He's brilliant.
Oh, absolute genius.
He's very brilliant.
Yeah. So. And again, artist before he was a musician, then he did White Zombie and did all the art for White Zombie, and he still does. I mean, I would assume he does all the art for his stuff.
I would think so.
And brilliant vocalist and then filmmaker.
Oh yeah.
Both with his own stuff, Devil's Rejects and
he's got a pile of them actually. I can't remember the one with the room.
Anyway, but he's made a half dozen movies on his own, and then the remakes that he's doing, Halloween and...
Isn't there like a Witches of Salem one? And there's there's a whole pile of them actually. I'm going to have to relook at that because, there's a bunch that I need to revisit his videos.
His filmography, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Those are the words, right. But that was a good show.
That was a fun show.
Really freaking good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And that was the night that I discovered that Route 47 has a fairly good meatball sub.
Oh yeah.
Again, bringing it all back to food, like we always have to.
Yeah, food is good. So that's a good.
Yeah, that was fun.
August, September 16th. Wow.
September 16th.
You're still went fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this was Metal Night with our friend Horse Lord, aka Trent, aka Horse Lord, aka Awesome Guy, at his place, and for Allentown's birthday, little bonfire thing.
Little bonfire, and he's
was fun.
I mean, I know He used to do metal nights at least like once a month. During the spring and summer and fall. He's not a huge summer fan. He's much more a winter fan.
That's right.
Than a summer
I remember
fan.
the conversations about that. Yeah.
But yeah, he has a nice little chunk of property out in wherever he
it's
lives.
a Hamel,
I
I
think.
think.
Yeah. If you've been there, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun to hang out.
Yeah.
Lou was there. Al was there, obviously.
Was Justin there with his dog?
I believe so.
I think he was for a little while. A few other people. There was
there's a few people.
There was a couple couples.
Yeah.
That were there. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Now he tried to make chili, spicy and not spicy, spicier and not too spicy.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't actually end up having any chili. I don't know why. I think I just wasn't hungry that day.
Yeah, I think you were probably just caught up in conversation.
Oh yeah, I do that. I get busy talking.
Yeah, especially once Lou
chat.
Starts talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stories. Then we have stories.
And we have lots of stories.
Yeah. So that was
But yeah, I had some of the chili. I think I had some of the spicy one.
I think you did.
And it was pretty good. I mean, Trent makes a mean chili.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a really fun.
Yeah,
night.
that was just a nice, like, relaxing,
really
except for the fact that you kind of fucked up your car on the way in.
That's my own fault. Yeah.
Just took out a little bit of the side panel. It was fine, or not the side panel, but the runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid of me. Yeah, I misjudged. Like, I thought the edge of the driveway was here, and it really was the metal thing for the culvert, and it's my own body
and the
work.
one kind of pothole that was there was we happened to hit, and it was
that was all my own fault. But it's what it is.
It turned out it was fun.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So if we see more of those,
we'll have to
go out. We'll have to hang out more.
Little nights. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's closer to my side of
your side of the world.
So then we can, if it's in summer, we can always go to my place then,
Yeah.
and then have barbecue the next night or something, and do things. And I have a little fire pit in my yard too.
That you do.
But I have a little fire pit. I don't have a real fire like Trent had. So
yeah, that was quite a fire.
That was a good fire. Gotta appreciate a good fire. Yeah. So September 17th.
Oh,
that was good.
Back at Route 47. Again.
That was like kind of our home this year.
That was kind of our home this year.
We did a lot of
Route
47 this year. Yeah.
Including a couple of the open jams. Mm-hmm. And I think we went to at least one or two more that we didn't document.
Yeah. I think I took my friend Ryan to one too. Yeah.
For our buddy Tank's birthday show. And every year he Outlaw Saint does a show for his birthday. And playing with various people, and this year he outdid himself because this is a band who he's wanted to play with for years that I don't think he has yet.
I don't think so.
So I think this is the first time Outlaw Saint played with Dust and Bones, who is of course a GNR tribute.
And they're freaking phenomenal.
They're phenomenal. This is my second time seeing them.
Yeah, third.
Second.
Oh,
because first time was at the backyard thing.
Well, maybe
which got delayed because of the rain.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. There's a third time seeing Menace, second time seeing Dust and Bones.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This is third time seeing Menace.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Oh man. That was a fun show too. Oh my gosh. That was and for Tank's birthday, because you gotta have some birthday Tank birthday. And then was that the shirts? Was that the day we did the shirts?
No, that was his birthday show, or the 10th anniversary show last year.
Oh crap. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I had another shirt for him this year though. Oh no, that was shirt he had me make. Okay, that's different.
Yeah. That he wound up just cutting up and.
He's doing something with that. That's a project. But anyways.
Anyway.
All right. But yeah.
Yeah. So Outlaw Saint always either opens the show or is second slot depending on how many bands. Mm-hmm. So Tank can celebrate later.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we bought him at least one round of shots.
Oh, at least. Yeah.
We had to have.
I'm sure because well, I usually start out with the Smirnoff pink with the grenadine in it, the pink drink for the tank, but for the tanky poo, which I'm still gonna call him, whether he likes it or not.
Mm-hmm. You got a T-shirt to prove it.
Tanky poo, yep. So, but yeah, nope. That you gotta definitely have at least some shots. I think we did. I don't think I had too much that night, but I think a few drinks.
Yeah, we bought at least a round for the birthday boy. What they were, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they were...
It was something totally different. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But anyways.
I was going to say Jagger, but that was the Cole Kingdom show.
Yeah, that was that show that we got into that.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Outlaw Saint, I've talked ad nauseum on this channel about. I was in the band twice for two different stints. And as we've discussed, I think their current lineup is the most solid I've ever heard them.
Yeah.
In their now probably 12-year existence.
Yeah. Is this the show where we decided where they were like, wow, like
I think this was
that
it.
was good. Yes.
Yep.
That is really good. Like, and you can tell that I'm gonna say it. He relinquished a little power to each individual person, and it makes them that much better for it. Like little, like everybody's a little more amped up higher, and just wow, like freaking that's good. Like,
they're just so together as a band now than they ever were. Even back in like the Ed days. It even back then when I first joined back in 2015, it literally seems like an eternity ago, and it was only 7 years ago.
A lot can happen in 7 years.
You're telling me. It always felt a little chaotic, a little right on the edge, and now it just feels solid.
Yeah.
Like this is the band now, and we're just going to go forward and conquer.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
Man. Holy cow. Yeah, that was fun.
And then Dustin and Bones. If you have not seen Dustin and Bones and you're a GNR fan, especially Appetite era, because they go into Use Your Illusion a little bit, but the majority of their set is Appetite, I think, if I remember correctly.
And our friend Adam
Fuel
is Izzy.
So,
and he is, of course, awesome at it. So, and then Mike Schmidt is Slash, and he's the mic for the Mike's Backyard Bash. I think usually in August he does that, and he's got like this whole stage thing in his backyard, and that's
it's
fun.
Impressive. It's really impressive.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
So that's Dustin Bones, man. Even if you're not a huge Guns N' Roses fan, because I brought Karen, our friend Karen, to one of their shows, and she had a heck of a good time, and she's not even necessarily, she's like, I know some of the songs, it's not really.
I would say even if you're a fan of that era, that like mid to late 80s kind of
radio rock kind
of glam LA strip kind of era, even if you're a fan of that, you'll have an awesome time.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just so good. They're so good. Quite a performance there with both of them. But that was that. I could say that was probably my favorite. Well, that one, and then there's a club underground one that for Outlaw Saint that we saw a while back that I think they did a really...
Well, yeah, I think it was the 10th anniversary show. I think that was our first realization of, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And then this just kind of solidified it.
But that was a really good show, too.
Well, that was also with New Defective, so...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just must be some dynamic between, like, that's like, oh man, like that was a good show. Like that was a holy crap, and then like this is a whoa.
Yeah, this one just solidified it. It's like okay, this is yeah.
Keep this version of Outlaw Saint going, because that was just some kick ass, like
it's
big time there. So Which I really, Outlaw Saint is one of my more favorite bands to watch because just, just differentness.
Yeah, like, you cannot say there's another band in the area that's quite like Outlaw Saint.
There's just their own...
There's just something different about them.
Their own thing,
which is cool and very needed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because again, if you get into a situation where you're seen as too saturated with one style, one genre, one whatever, you lose the desire to go out and see bands because it's like, oh, it's going to be
it's just the same thing.
But then when you get a band like the Bad Man or Outlaw Saint or whoever that is just a little bit different, you're like, oh, you take notice, and that fuels others to keep all that going.
Yeah, heck yeah. Oh man. Okay, so there was that, and then where are we at? Oh yeah, now we're at our Oregon trip.
Yep.
And we went on a real trip together.
On a plane and everything.
On a plane and braved the airports.
Braved two airports.
The
second that was kind of confusing on where the car rental place was.
But holy cow, trying to find a car rental place was just like holy crap. But so that was fun. Beautiful. Oregon and Washington State, just beautiful. And
we're because we went there for a family wedding, so in prepping for it, she was like, "Oh, we can do this, and we can do this." And I'm like, "Nope." As soon as we get there, we're gonna be.
He knows me so well. Like I'm planning all this stuff and like try to cram pack everything in that we can do, and same thing like my first Rockfest thing where I'm like, we're gonna do this and this and this and this and this and get up and stay late and do this and
even after the first Wednesday, which is only a couple hours, she was just like, yeah, no.
Like and wake up in the morning, holy crap, like I didn't
gotta go again.
I didn't drink myself up there and everything, and I'm still like gotta wake up, holy crap. But
so I knew because these people are family.
Well, he knows these people.
Yeah,
I did not know these people. Now I do.
Yeah, I've told her many stories about this particular group, and I think in total we maybe got because we got like that Saturday morning.
Saturday
into early afternoon. So we maybe got maybe 5 hours.
Yeah.
Of like free time when we weren't. On our way to the airport, on our way from the airport, or doing family stuff. But those 5 hours were pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. Well, we did try to attempt to see the ocean, but somebody was stubborn. And decided that was Saturday that we attempted to see the ocean before pictures.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we just did the little downtown thing.
Yeah.
But
but yeah, that's right.
I attempted to see the ocean, but I'm also very stubborn and it's gotta be this direction. And when he's trying to tell me it's that way, and so that was my own fault. It was still fun.
Yeah, and we've already decided that we are going to go back at some point and actually spend time. And
see the falls.
See the ocean, explore Portland a little bit, maybe buzz up to Seattle. I don't know what the difference is, but I don't think it's
I do have a cousin in Seattle, too.
Because I've never been to Seattle.
Me neither.
So
that would be fun.
That'd be fun to do.
To do that.
You just do a whole northwest thing.
Yep, and there's also some, there's like apparently some practically rainforest area up there to go see that Heather and Amanda tell me about. And then Heather actually has family over in that area. And then you're supposed to go out and see the whales.
Yep.
The dolphins.
The dolphins.
Swim with the dolphins.
And
they know all the places to go up there, so.
And then the Stonehenge monument as well.
Oh yeah, we never got to that either. No. So yeah, like I had all these plans and ideas, and he's like,
okay. I didn't tell her no.
He didn't say no, but he also.
But I knew. Like as soon as we got there, and as soon as Deirdre knew that we were there, we were gonna be, But it was fun. And,
it was fun.
And it was really like a gorgeous wedding. I mean,
Yeah,
it was really nice.
Such a beautiful wedding.
It was pretty.
And then this guy all dressed up, all sharp dressed man.
Fancy.
So yeah, it was really nice, and it was nice to meet the people that you had told me about so much. And now my picture of everything is so much different than I kind of was thinking, and I can put people to and personalities to names now when you say, and so that's cool. It's like they're very interesting people, very nice to meet them, and like yeah it was cool. It was really a fun experience.
Oh, for sure.
And definitely you're gonna have to go back again.
Oh, for sure.
And visit some more. And
I mean, I would love to do
some stuff out.
Like a couple weeks out there and do Washington, Oregon, even in the Northern California. Because I haven't been to anywhere in California, I don't think.
I did, but I was in the womb. So I don't remember any of
that.
I got my name.
I
got my name from the woman that my mom sat next to on the plane on the way out to California. That's about all I remember from California.
But yeah, I mean, that future planning.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
So that was awesome.
That was really good.
The next thing we went to should have been awesome, but unfortunately, and to know, I mean, I'm sure it was by committee, and they were like, you can have this date.
Yeah.
It just happened to be the one weekend in October that was not gorgeous.
Yeah. and I know that area, and I've been down there a lot, and that is literally, I have not seen it be so cold with the wind coming straight off the lake like that. That is weird, because that was just brutal.
Yeah,
and it's never like that.
We're talking about Buffalo, the Buffalo Metal Fest that was put in
Sturgis Park. Yeah, a little amphitheater down there at Sturgis Park.
Put on by Loud. What is it now? Dan Manders, Loud Down, Dan and Jason's, whatever their page is called.
Promotions
But yeah, it's Dan Manders and Jason Nord, something like that. I apologize. I'm not good with last names.
Find it. You could look.
But they're starting to do some stuff, and so they booked the park to put this metal show on, and would have been really cool if it would have been, because this October again was a freaky October, and literally every other weekend in October was like 65, 70 degrees and sunny.
Yeah.
This one was about 45 degrees and wind, and
the wind straight off the lake.
Straight off the lake, because the amphitheater is literally
it's just
100 yards from the lake. Yeah. I mean, it's right on the lake, and
really beautiful,
gorgeous, and the setup there is really, really cool.
It's really nice.
But they were having a lot of issues. I'm sure the cold had a lot to do with that. I'm sure the wind had a lot to do with it.
Cold. Like the wind.
Because their PA, by the end of the night, they were down to like one speaker. I mean, it was
dang, man.
Fun. But
it was still really good.
How many bands did that introduce us to?
Yeah, like
Defile Sacrament.
Yeah. Oh, which I love. I love you guys.
Yotuma.
I just gotta say it. Yeah.
Yotuma.
Yotuma. I was going to say Yotuma. Which awesome guys.
Those guys were really fun.
Well, the first band was Apartment 19. We caught a little bit of them.
Well, no. Identity Crisis.
Oh, Identity Crisis. Oh, man.
Which is this, from what I can see, this like
young
tween maybe like hardcore punk band.
They were good.
They were fucking awesome. I love them.
Really freaking good. Yeah, how did I forget about them?
Yeah, and then Apartment
19.
19?
I think it was 19. I'm pretty sure I got the button.
So I got the button 19. Too. And I thought it was anyway.
I thought it was just right around here somewhere. Yeah, they were good. A lot of good bands.
Yeah.
Like.
I think a couple dropped or a couple didn't show up or something.
I think maybe because of the cold weather.
Because of the cold, I think.
That,
Oh yeah, that's right. They kind of cut it early.
And then Callous Soul, my friend at work, Lindsay, apparently her think she said brother-in-law, somebody, is the singer for Callous Soul. So he's like, man, we were looking forward to that. So any shows, I think that though that she said they were working on some other shows with Dan and stuff. But
yeah, because apparently from what last I heard from Dan, he has this place booked. It would be this summer.
Good. Yeah,
Saturdays. Once a month.
Yeah, once a month. I think that's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be awesome.
If that's because that's my neck of the woods, and I still want to take you out to Iron Exchange, which is Maple Plain or something. But it's on the way.
Same area, yeah.
It's on the way to my place. Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff, and they have music too a lot.
Oh, nice.
So Iron Exchange Brewery. We're gonna hit that up one of these days. But no, this show was a good show, even though it was freaking freezing cold. It still was good.
Yeah, it was good. It could have been had the weather
phenomenal.
Well, mainly because not a lot of people showed up because of the weather.
Yeah.
Between bands, everybody went back to their car to warm up.
Yeah, to try to not. We went to Walmart and bought more gear so we didn't freeze our butts off.
She got her a heavier jacket, and we got hat and gloves and
hand warmers and
just because, and then
because it was it was just cold.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the wind, it wouldn't have been as bad. But the wind is what killed you.
And we saw Bludgeon.
Bludgeoned.
My first time seeing Bludgeon, I know.
Yeah, my
second, I think, because were they at Midwest Metal Fest, Death Fest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be your second time. My first time seeing them. So yeah.
Yeah, and they impressed you a lot more than they impressed me.
They are definitely they are fast and harder. A little guitar winkery, as you call it.
A little bit, but not too bad.
But yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
But Defiled Sacrament. Oh my gosh. I just love, and then we'll talk later about the next show we saw with them. But I fell in love with that band at that show because my gosh, just I couldn't help but just.
They are very dynamic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't keep going. So next. Wow. That's right. Yes. Okay.
So our second national show, not including Rockfest, because that's
Rockfest.
Too much.
That's other stuff.
Was at the Skyway, and this was a fun one because you.
Yes. Me, I wanted to see Gwar. And I was excited.
Oh, that's right.
And what else?
Never mind.
What?
I thought next national show. I thought it was Gwar you won the tickets for.
Yes. No, it's not Gwar. It's the next one.
Next one.
Yeah. No, that.
Yeah, because you said you wanted to go, and I was like, okay. Yeah. And then I literally bought the tickets and told you, and you're like, oh, that was okay. Guess we're going. That was fast.
Yeah. No, Gwar is what I've been waiting to see I've been wanting to see forever, and I just speechless. That was a packed show. That was insanely packed. That wasn't insanely packed. That was pretty dang packed.
That was.
The next one is insanely packed.
Yeah.
But
this is at the Skyway, at the big room in the Skyway.
Big room in the sky.
Wait. And
I wore my Crobot shirt.
Yeah.
So, which is badass. So
we got merch from all the bands actually.
Yes, we did.
So Crobot opened it up, and I knew them because again they played Rockfest 2021, and I saw them from my little metal box that I was in. I was selling merch for the Who's on Top stage, for those that didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
And didn't see any of the 10 other videos where I talked about it.
Yeah.
So I was familiar with Crobot, and I like because they're have a little bit more of almost like 70s kind of swagger to them, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit bluesier, a little bit,
kind of pimpier in a way.
Yeah.
they had like a little, like, yeah, he had a Russell Brand. That was a Russell Brand guy.
It was very much a Russell Brand vibe.
Way reminded me of that lead singer there. Reminded me of Russell Brand.
Yeah.
But like, boy, they had kind of a funky, kind of a pimpy, kind of a. Yeah, they were. That was interesting.
And you got a vinyl from them.
I did get the vinyl, and yeah, man, I was not expecting that. I've heard of Crobot.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
I've never experienced them. I haven't even dabbled in them, so I was like pleasantly surprised. I was getting down like that was not expected, and kind of almost out of place. I feel considering the other two bands. A little bit. Like, because I wasn't expecting that kind of a vibe when you look at the other two bands.
Oh, yeah.
I was not expecting, but they were good.
They were good.
They were really good.
And oddly, that was one show that the Castor Boys were not at, but we did run into Steve and Billy.
That's right. Yes,
who I did. Steve, former bass player for Allah Saint, and Billy, former guitar player. The last people I would expect to see at a Gwar show.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was fun to see. That was fun.
That was cool.
And of course later I had to text Steve and Billy and ask their opinion, and Billy gave me his. But I was saying, I when we were talking to him before, I'm like, I think you'll like Crobot. I think that's kind of more your vibe. The next band, Necrogoblicon, I knew the name, but I didn't know anything about, so I couldn't even tell you a genre. They turned out to be really cool too. And Gwar is just Gwar. And I had a feeling he would not like Gwar. I just knew he wouldn't.
Yeah. They're probably a very acquired taste.
Yeah. And I don't remember what he said about Necro, but he was kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
But Crobot he liked. But again, the absolute last people I would expect to see at a Gwar show. But it was cool. So Crobot was awesome. Next band up was Necrogoblicon.
Yeah.
Who again, I knew the name, and turns out I'd seen because our mascot
is like a goblin.
Billy, Davey, Steve. What's the goblin's name?
John Goblicon.
I knew it was something very normal.
Yes, yes.
Or they do videos where he's has a talk show, and they have him on YouTube. You can find him. So I'd seen a couple of those, so I kind of knew that they were kind of quirky.
I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna bug me
now. But musically, they were not. I mean, musically, it was full on. It was good stuff.
It really was. Really amazingly, that I was excited about that.
And they had someone dressed up as that mascot, obviously, and he went on stage for the whole show, I think, and doing his part. And I don't think he sang anything.
This is the Goblin from Name of the Goblin, John Goblicon,
out there in his button-down white shirt and his khaki pants, looking like he just came out of.
And butt humping things. Like I remember
he was very active on stage.
That was funny. So theatrical. Like I was expecting, but didn't quite expect that much theatricalness, but still, And I'm thinking the lead singer for that band, the singer for that band, he was a personality. Like, and I loved his boy, that was awesome. Just the show, just the delivery of the lyrics, and that was good.
Yeah, it was definitely a surprise, but definitely a good surprise. Like, okay, that was really good. Like,
that was, and see, that was what I was kind of a band I would expect to go along with Gwar. More that group. Like I said, Crobot was a little like, but still very awesome, but not really expected. But
didn't really fit, but fit. Yeah.
But but man, that was. I'm glad to have seen Necrogoblicon. Because they're kind of floating around in my list of bands that I could see because they're. iconic, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, even though they haven't been around a super long time,
but they're very.
They do have that.
They're
because they have the mascot and kind of the imagery. I think that perpetuates the.
Like you think what you think. Like what do you think when you think of Prince, and what do you think of when you think of Gwar? And then what Necrocomic-Con. It's this image in your mind. That goes there. So to see the show that goes the music and everything that goes along with that is just like wow.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was pretty awesome.
That was really good. And I wasn't moving after them because I knew what was going to happen for Gwar.
Yeah, we had.
I stayed my butt right where I was.
Gotten up to on the floor about
25?
10 rows back, maybe.
Yeah,
give or take 10, 15 rows back. Kind of on the side. Again,
a little bit on the side.
Not dead center, but probably here. So again, everything was in sight. And it was after. Oh yeah, because that's when I went to go get or try to go get
your Crobot shirt,
which they didn't have the one that I wanted, even though he was going to go out into their van and get more. But anyway, that's another story. And I asked you if you wanted anything or when to come, and you're like, "Nope, I'm standing right here.
I am not moving."
Like, okay,
I'm like, I know what's going to happen, like real quick here. And sure enough, like people started like.
Oh, I'm sure people started moving.
Just filtering down. Yeah,
because even in the 7 minutes I was gone, something like that. Yeah. I had to kind of fight my way back in.
Yeah.
And
I was staying right where I wanted to be to make sure I was going to get properly coated.
And then Gwar happened, and Jesus Christ, it was
wonderful.
You can't even. Again, that's another thing you can't even really describe. You have to just do it. Go there and experience it and absorb it, literally and figuratively.
Literally.
We were both
I was shades
just
of pink
soaked.
for days.
And
it was still stained.
And if you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you because I can't describe it.
Make sure you have something white. First of all, make sure you are ready. Your eyeballs are properly ready, and your ear holes are properly ready for what's going to happen.
Okay,
don't try closing your eyes and think you're not going to get covered up.
Because they will target you. I don't know how well if you can even see anything, but I still have. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but I still have pink in my glasses from being pelted directly in the face with their cannons, with their blood cannons. It was as I said, definitely something you have to just experience. You cannot describe it because it's such a visceral thing.
When people at work are like, "Who did you go see now? Who was that? What's that?" And I try explaining, and they're just looking at me with this like, "Why?"
Blank look of what?
Because that's why. Because I, along with however many hundreds of people, had the wonderfulness experience of being coated in Gwar juices.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so good. And musically.
Musically,
just kick ass. So good.
And so diverse.
Oh yeah.
When if you don't know Gwar and you just see a picture of me, you're like, what the fuck is that? And you get I would assume you would get automatically an image of what they would sound like.
Maybe.
And probably this much of that is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
probably think they're just chaotic, nonsensical metal craziness.
Just heavy.
Yeah.
And again, about that much of it, that is true. But leading up to it, because you know who Gwar is. And I think I knew maybe one song that I could identify, maybe. And I'd seen stuff and whatever, but I never really like sat down and listened to an entire Gwar album. So leading up to it, I went to Spotify and started not with their first album, but with Scum Dogs, because that was which is highly recommended. That's a good fucking album. And I think I got through the next 2, maybe 3, and by the time I got to that last one. And again, this is this much of their discography. Because they put out pretty much an album a year, seemingly, for the last, 30 years. So,
There's so much more than you expect.
So much stuff. But by the time I'd gotten to that last run, I had heard 15 different genres of music. Anything from heavy thrash to doom stuff to show tunes to skits to...
Practically porn.
I mean, anything and everything you want.
And some you don't, maybe.
In a rock band, you will get in Gwar. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then, of course, later we watched the documentary and learned that much more about him.
Oh wow, that was awesome.
We'll do a little section of stuff at the end, recommended stuff.
Oh yes.
Stuff that we watched this year.
Footnotes. References.
Yeah, but. Yeah, if you have the chance to see Gwar,
oh man,
go do it. If you want the full experience, get within the first about 20 rows.
Yeah,
and you will for sure be coated.
There was literally juices dripping off of the lights,
off of the lighting. There were puddles on the floor that people were stomping through.
Gosh,
I literally. Since it being, October, it was a little cooler. I literally had to change my shirt before we left because it was soaked. It was soaked through.
I was soaked, through my bra. It was crazy.
It was insane, but in the best way.
Yeah.
And I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh, yes. Me too. Yep, absolutely. Even I think it would even be almost, if possible, better the second time around.
Because
you're like me, I'm trying to watch everything all at once. And, and then they have the video screens, and they have everything. And it's just and then you're trying to watch everything through blood streaming down your face.
Yeah.
And so I think even the second time around would be almost a little bit better. But maybe in a different way, because the first time is definitely an experience.
Yeah, the first time you're just so overwhelmed by everything. And then it was a distraction for me, because where we were, I could kind of see
backstage, what they were doing.
So you could see them prepping for stuff.
Getting the different canisters ready, or the different outfits.
And the different costumes and stuff. So you kind of knew what was
kind of
coming
fun.
up. That was awesome.
I like to see that.
But that distracted me a little bit from what was happening on stage, because I tried to watch both. And,
that's true. I forgot about that.
And the one thing we missed, that we both missed, going back to Crobot for a second, was where the lead singer, we think, just jumped and landed on the guitar player's shoulder.
Yeah!
We were both...
Sorry, that was probably a little loud.
At the moment that he would have jumped, I think we were both distracted by something, and we looked back and he was on the guitar player's shoulder.
How did that happen?
And he was kind of warming up a little bit beforehand, so I'm assuming he just
pole vaulted
straight up and landed on his shoulders.
And we're whoa, we should tell Steven and Alex about that.
Because they do a trick where Alex gets down and Steven gets on his shoulders, but I'm okay, top that. Yeah. Because that's theatrics. I don't know if they could do it.
We should probably see if anybody has any footage from that show and see if we can see video of that.
I'll look up Crobot live stuff and see if I can find actual video of that.
Of the jumping.
Because
jumping spider monkey.
Yeah, I mean, because guitar player didn't crouch
move
at all.
No.
It was just he was there and then he was on his shoulders.
Yeah.
In a split second.
We both missed it.
And we both missed it somehow. Which was just odd.
But that was, wow.
Yeah, definitely experience. Definitely one I want to repeat. For sure.
And all of us maniacs so happy and overjoyed to be there, just coated, and we were we were all so freaking happy.
So that was on a Tuesday or Wednesday or something.
It was during the week.
So we both had to go to work the next day, and I washed my face that night. But I remember getting back from work the next day, and my arms were still red. And I was just like, because I tried to take a shower, and I don't know what they put in their freaking blood mix, but it stays with you for like days.
Yeah.
Weeks.
I remember I took a shower that night, and I scrubbed really good.
Yeah.
And when I went to work the next day, I had one person comment that they thought I had put red in my hair because I had red in my scalp still. And I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then another person is like, are you okay? Your ears are all pink. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, that's from,
that's
from
the show.
From yeah. So yeah, it took a couple of, like, I think 3 showers before I was...
Before you're fully...
clean.
But, yeah, I have a couple trays in my shower where I put my shampoo and stuff, and there's still like, residue,
like pink sludge,
in the bottom of those.
Oh my gosh!
But again, wouldn't miss it again for the world because it was just awesome.
That was too fun. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Everybody out in the lounge area, like trying to get dry clothes on and squeezing out their hair, and like the dude with the dreads was squeezing out his dreads.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we're all like recouping from the Gwar onslaught. Like it was so good.
Well, and as we said in that review, she joked about don't close your eyes. I'm pretty sure because I'm a little bit taller and I was standing out, I'm pretty sure they saw me.
Yeah.
Now I wasn't closing my eyes to because I was tighter. I literally just had crap in my eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they targeted me because I got pelted that last song. Yeah. Like absolutely just right to the face, just pelted. Right to the face, right to the chest. Just, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of times, like, you could feel when they're coming, when they're coming along, And I think 1 or 2 times, the first couple of times, I kind of shied away from it. And then I did feel like it would stop, like, at you. And then I was just like, okay, fine. I'm just going to, like, lean into it. And then I noticed they must have, she's just nuts. So, I mean, but I did have to squeegee my eyeballs out a couple of times. A few times. But, yeah, and spit out, it's kind of salty.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So.
And then, of course, as soon as the house lights came up, everybody just taking selfies.
Oh yeah,
of their not damage, but their
desecration.
Whatever.
Dousing.
Their dousing.
Baptisms.
Yes. Their baptisms. That's a good word. Their gorgisms.
Gorgasms.
Gorgasms. That's
baptisms. Anyway. Baptisms.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, so point is, if you have a chance to see Gwar, fucking go. It's awesome. Even if you're not a fan of the music itself,
I mean, just the show.
Just the show alone is enough to
and they are all excellent musicians.
Oh,
even
and the fact that they're doing that in those big costumes and still shred like motherfuckers is just, how do you do it?
Yeah,
it's just,
watch the documentary.
The documentary is really, really good.
That right there in itself is just amazingly awesome. Just to watch the evolution of everything, and their artwork and their theatricals and their costumes and
then going through all the personnel and how insane, not like in a fun kind of way, but how literally insane Dave Brockie was at the end. Like he got like nuts. Sadly, but he really like went off the deep end for a little bit.
And then the different members.
And then how many people have done this character, and then when do you retire a character, and then the bass player is now like the new singer. Or
but that was just out of a need for
but just the whole.
And I'm really kind of glad that they did not do Phantom Limb, because I would have been a big, dumb, stupid crying thing. Not that anybody would have noticed, because I would have covered full of blood. But that still is my favorite song. But yeah, oh man.
And we're not quite done yet. But out of everything we've done this year, that might be the highlight of the year.
I think so.
It's definitely up there.